talk about the shape of the Earth, which is not round, never has been round. It's never been flat either. It's a trapezoid. But I am sick and tired of people believing that the Earth is round because every time I see that somebody believes that the Earth is round, I'm like, oh no, they fell for that CIA propaganda, and it's just not okay what the CIA does to people, and I'm very very frustrated by it because it's just like, why are you doing this shit? It's ridiculous. Stop it. Knock it off, please. Be normal and learn what the world's actually like. And the world is not round, it's a trapezoid. And I'm just like, what do you mean waiting for mobile stream to begin? Okay, now it's working. You didn't know what was going on there. That was absolutely ridiculous what just happened there. I'm sick and tired of that nonsense. I'm tired of people believing that the Earth is round. It's just ridiculous that people will do that because every time I look at that, I'm just like, no, the Earth ain't round. It's never been round. It never will be round. And it's time for you to understand that. Every time somebody believes the Earth is round, we run into some severe problems. Um. Oh, right. The device is occupied. But yeah, it's absolutely time to start talking about these things because every time we think about these things that are wrong, we know what happens and we learn from our mistakes. We learn about the fact that the earth ain't round, and as we learn, we have to figure these things out for ourselves. But unfortunately, so few people actually do figure these things out that we just end up with people believing in CIA propaganda about the shape of the earth and thinking that the earth is round, and it's just not okay, and I don't understand why it happens. I genuinely don't understand why. It's one of those things where I've got to think about it from a lot of perspectives, and I just do not understand it. Because every time I think about the perspective of why do you want the Earth to be round, it's just like, hello, Iris, hello, Corey. Um, yeah, not much. Just the Earth, the shape of the Earth. People are just being ridiculous about it, and I don't understand it. Hello, Lisa. Just it's ridiculous that people think the Earth is like if you go in now and you ask ChatGPT what the shape of the Earth is, it's going to say round. But that's very clearly a lie, and I don't understand why ChatGPT is always lying to you about the shape of the Earth. You ask Copilot, it'll say the Earth is round. Clearly a lie. You go on Reddit though. You go on Reddit, and people will start talking about how the Earth might not be round. People might say it's flat, and like okay. Then there's the people who think it's a donut. Like, nah, it's not a donut. That's basically just round anyway with a hole in it. It's not a donut. It's absolutely not a donut. It's never been a donut, never will be a donut, can't be a donut. It's gotta be a trapezoid. We all know what trapezoids are. We all know how important it is for the trapezoid. What did I just do? I hit a button and it didn't do it. It did, oh. Somehow I got two cameras on my TikTok or on my TikTok stream. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, it's ridiculous when people think that the earth is, round. It's evil. Honestly, the CIA is evil for trying to get people to believe that the earth is round. Because when people believe the earth is round, you know it's easier to control them. And as it's easier to control them, you got to think about just the way that things work. Because people get controlled by the earth shape. You like the wood paneling? Cool. I like wood paneling too. I think wood is cool. Wood is one of those great things that the trapezoid gives us. It gives us wood so that we can do wonderful things with it, so that we can make beautiful things. The earth is a sentient thing. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of people think the earth is just there and it has no, like, nothing. But no, the earth, it's a trapezoid and it gives us lots of cool stuff. It makes us feel good. It likes when we are happy. It's one of the most amazing things in the whole wide world. We absolutely love the trapezoid. The trapezoid provides for us, and the trapezoid makes sure that we feel good. You see, I don't have to prove that the Earth is a trapezoid because I know the Earth is a trapezoid because the trapezoid talks to me. The Earth tells me it's a trapezoid. You think the Earth would lie to me? No. You know what's more likely? The CIA lied to you. The CIA told you that the Earth was a trap, was a flat, or the Earth was round, because they wanted to have debates and stuff. But no, they screwed up because they made sure both of them were lies. Neither of them were true. Earth ain't flat. Earth ain't round. It's a trapezoid. And the more we learn about the trapezoid, the happier you'll be. It's one of the most important things that one person can learn in the history of the universe is that the trapezoid is the greatest thing of all time. Hello, Bluey. Hello, Dylan, Joe, Cole, May, or Mary, Ty, Dylan, Killjoy, Bluey. I'm sitting here. I'm very angry about the way that people think about the way the Earth is shaped. It just pisses me off when people think that the Earth is round, because I just find it very, very ridiculous. Because every time somebody looks at the Earth, they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's round." But no, there's no pictures of the Earth. You can look up in space. No, nobody's ever been to space. Space is a lie created by NASA. No, the Earth isn't flat. It's a trapezoid. It's not round. It's definitely not round. It's never been round, never will be round. Nothing in the universe is round. There's no round Earths. There's no round nothing. Because round and circles do not exist. And it's ridiculous when people think that round and circles exist. Poopfire2, thank you for the likes. Is your username based on my hatred of the fire department and them pooping my pants? DJ, thanks for the likes. But yeah, the fire department's also evil. We got to talk about that. Trapezoid was telling me all about the evils that the fire department does, burning down people's houses, making people not able to read. It's just ridiculous what the fire department does, man. We can't be allowing the fire department to be doing this stuff. It's not okay. 5-1 Toronto right now. A soccer ball is not round because there's no such thing as soccer. There's no such thing as soccer. You know why I know there's no such thing as soccer? Because they say it was invented in Europe. What did Europe ever invent? Europe never invented anything. Everything of note got invented in Africa and Asia. And maybe a few things over in South Carolina. But nothing really ever got invented in Europe. Violet from Willy Wonka wasn't even round. No. Soccer's not real. It's not real. It can't be real. The only way that it would be real is if Europe were, like, able to create things that are sports. But we all know they don't, because America always wins world championships in everything. So obviously Europe didn't create any sports. We know that. We just straight up know that. America is the one that created all the sports. And it's ridiculous when people think that other countries did. But at this point, we just got to think about the trapezoid. We got to think about how the fire department is absolutely evil. I am just when you look at the fire department, what do you see? You might be like, "Oh, the fire department, they're great. We love the fire department." No. When I see the fire department, you know what I see? I see misappropriated taxpayer dollars. And that's why if I ever get elected mayor, I will eliminate the fire department. You won't pay taxes for the fire department. There won't be a fire department. If your house starts on fire, you can pull yourselves up by the bootstraps, because you know what? Fire departments don't even put out fires. They start them. Basketball's not real. There is no such thing as basketball. Dizzy Customs, thank you for saying you'd vote for me. I appreciate that. Yeah, every time I look at the fire department, the main thing I see is just them starting fires. And like every single time. It's the only thing they do. Basketball isn't real. We didn't land on the sun. We also didn't land on the moon. We faked the moon landing on Jupiter. A lot of people don't know that, but the moon landing got faked on Jupiter. And unfortunately, really just a lot of people don't know that. And it's sad that people don't know that we faked the moon landing on Jupiter, because it was one of the greatest things we ever pulled off. I'm absolutely in love with the fact that we were able to do that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I got to talk to everybody about how how Obama revived my grandpa. Absolutely ridiculous that he did it. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. I'm tired of Obama. There's no such thing as rage bait. If you think that there's something called rage bait, that means that you have been lied to by the trapezoid and by Obama. And it's just not okay to be lied to by Obama. A golf ball is a ball, but that doesn't mean it's round. Balls aren't round. There's no such thing as round. If you believe in round, you don't believe in the truth. The truth is there's no such thing as round. And people need to understand that. People absolutely need to understand that there is no such thing as round. You'd vote for me as fire inspector. Interesting. I don't want to inspect the fires. I do not want to inspect the fires. I don't want to be putting fire. I don't want to be starting fires. Nothing like that. I don't want to be doing that. I want to eliminate the fire department. We can use that money in better places, like for the police department or for the public library or like services for the homeless or something. But instead, no, we waste money starting fires. And it's just like, why are we doing this? It's ridiculous that we do it, but we do it because for some reason people think that we need a department to start things on fire. And every time we start things on fire, bad things happen. A homeless fire department. That weren't you listening to me? That would hurt everybody. We don't want that. We do not want to hurt people. We do not want now homeless firefighters. Yeah, but firefighters aren't really a thing right now. We have people who start fires and then the fires. Nah, baseballs are square. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but they're square. How can I prove the earth is flat? I can't. You're a firefighter medic? That's pretty interesting. We don't have those here. Our medics work for this private ambulance service. Last time I needed an ambulance, it took a friggin' hour. And like I needed the ambulance because my bus crashed. I was so mad. Ended up in the ER for like 6 hours, NPO, because the bus crashed. Ended up with my 9th or 10th concussion. Absolutely ridiculous. Too many concussions. I probably got so much CTE. Like, you think? I mean, a baseball is a square. You ever look at it? It's a square. It's literally, it's a square. It's square. What other shape would you think it is? Like, that it can't be round because that's not a real shape, so it's a square. It is a square. It's a square. No, why would I do that? No, when you look at a baseball, you very clearly see a square. And I'm tired of pretending that it's not. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, which is the shape of the earth. It's not round, never been round, never will be round. It is a trapezoid. And I want to talk right now about how the CIA lies to you. So we all know what the CIA and NASA are. And we all know what a globe is that we see at the store. And it's ridiculous that we see them at the store. But what happens is the CIA plants those in the stores so that they can make you want to buy them. So that way that the economy can do better by having people buy things that are needless. And as they're needless, people buy them, and the economy gets better, and the CIA gets more powerful, and the CIA is able to overthrow more governments, and it's just awful. And now the CIA is actually in league with Ferrari. Thanks for liking the glasses. The CIA is in league with Ferrari to overthrow the Italian government. The only thing stopping them is the fact that we have an American Pope. And the American Pope is ensuring that we don't end up with a Ferrari ex-CIA government. Because he's powerful enough to stop that. And it's very difficult for that to happen. But unfortunately for the CIA, we have a American Pope who knows the shape of the earth. He knows that the earth is a trapezoid. One of the reasons he knows the earth is a trapezoid is because he learned all about the nonsense the CIA tries to do. He learned all about how the CIA tries to hide the truth from people about the shape of the earth. How the CIA lies to you about how the earth is round. How sometimes they have people How sometimes they have people go around telling people the earth is flat, and then how they created LeBron James to get you people to believe in basketball. Basketball's not real. And I'm sick and tired of people believing in basketball. And Josh Naylor, why did you just make the third out at third base? That was ridiculous. I'm mad. I'm very upset. Why would you do such a thing? It's 5-2 Toronto. I'm very upset right now that people. No, there's no such thing as basketball. What you think is the NBA is AI generated CIA nonsense. They created LeBron. LeBron was the first Chat GPT iteration. Why do you think it's called GPT 4.5 now? It's because GPT 1 was, well, GPT point 0 and point 5 and 1 was just straight up LeBron. They animated LeBron with GPT 0, 1, and point 5 so that way all of you would be in love with the CIA and making sure that the CIA did the things you want. But no, there is no such thing as LeBron James. There's no such thing as basketball. And as we learn these things, we learn that the CIA does horrible things to us. The CIA is one of the worst things in the history of the world because they decide that they should control the narrative on the shape of the earth. And unfortunately, we allow them to because nobody has the critical thinking skills to go out and realize that space isn't real, the sun doesn't exist, we faked the moon landing on Jupiter, and the CIA doesn't want you to know this. Is the CIA worse than the fire department? Yes. What disc ping? Did somebody ping you on Discord for this? I mean, that's great. We're here sitting down. I'm trying to get a bunch of live viewers because I got a lot to do. But no, the CIA is not worse than the fire department because the fire department tried to start the CIA on fire. And that's just like the one good thing that the fire department has is they tried to start the CIA on fire. It's a whole thing. I don't know why they did it because I always thought that the CIA and the fire department were going to be on the same side, but I guess they're not. So that's a whole thing. I don't fully understand why, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We got to worry about that later. We got plenty of stuff going on where we can worry about that later. At this point, yeah, the live chat on TikTok is telling me that I should encourage y'all to send gifts and share the live. So share the live with everybody. If you're on YouTube, share the live. Can we get 10 likes on this video? Can we get 1,000 likes on this live up on TikTok? Can we get $80,000 today? Man, I know exactly what I'd do with $80,000. What I'd do is I'd take $40,000, pay some of my student loans. How do I know the air is real? I don't know the air is real. Now, why would you do that? You really shouldn't be doing that. If somebody comes in and has a dietary restriction that's from religious issues or food allergy or anything, you should not be doing that. If a Muslim comes into your restaurant, you serve them pork, that's just morally reprehensible. Honestly, I'm gonna call it like it is. That's CIA behavior. That's CIA behavior. That's not good behavior. Don't do that. Do not engage in that behavior. It's just not great behavior. Oh, wow. Edward Bizzardo is in the game. Mariners down 3 right now. Top 7. Mariners have the ability to come back. Ooh, yay. My friend is playing Planet Crafter, so maybe I'll go look at that. I don't know. It's a whole thing with that. Planet Crafter is such a good-ass game. So good. Absolutely love the game. It's so freaking good. It's so good. Oh, wow. 490,000 views in the last 7 days on TikTok, which is hilarious because I have a 225,000 view day over there. Absolutely love that. It's ridiculous that we have to deal with the CIA knowing that the shape of the earth is a trapezoid and lying to us. The fact that we literally sit here and the CIA lies to us about the shape of the earth is just ridiculous. It shows you what the CIA values. It shows you that America values loyalty to the CIA and money over truth. And that's just ridiculous because, like, how can we trust the science coming out of America? I don't think we can. And since we can't trust the science coming out of America, we got to sit down and just listen to what we going on. Defund the CIA, I agree. I think we absolutely need to defund the CIA. Not only should the CIA be defunded, we should also defund the fire department. Not only that, the other things we should defund public education. Because do you know what? Public education is just CIA lies, and I'm tired of it. There is absolutely no reason for us to continue paying taxes for public education. The fact that we still have property taxes for public education is ridiculous. And the fact that we have people going to school and learning, book learning, things that aren't even true is ridiculous. They'll go in there and they'll be like, yeah, I learned today, that George Washington was the first president of the United States. No, the fuck he wasn't. He was like the 14th president of the United States. It's ridiculous for you to think that. Why do you even think that George Washington is that? It's because the CIA wants you to. You know, the first president of the United States under the Articles of Confederation was a black guy. I want you to think about that. The CIA is lying to you. It's ridiculous what the CIA does. Vladimir Guerrero with a 359 home run to right field. It's 6-2 Toronto. Absolutely ridiculous. The CIA did this, and I'm tired of the CIA. I'm genuinely tired of the CIA. We gotta do something about this. We absolutely got to do something about this. We got college football this weekend, and I don't know how the CIA is going to react to that, but we got to think about how the CIA is going to react to that. My school plays this week. No, yeah, my school plays this weekend, but I think it's a road game. My first persona is a cow. I love cows. Moo. 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 Oh, thanks for 4 likes over on YouTube and 1,000 over on TikTok. Now, of course, you can only like the video once on YouTube. And you can like the video an unlimited number of times on TikTok, which is kind of cool. We're going to go ahead and sit here. I think I'm going to go live every day except Saturdays, because Saturdays are my long day where I play D&D. And I don't think my party's going to want to go live, especially considering Judge McDiabetes is involved. And I'm testing their moral character right now with what they're doing. It's a whole thing. And eventually they're going to learn about the shape of the realm. They're going to learn that the realm isn't round either. It's a trapezoid. Because all things come back to trapezoid. You know what else pisses me off? NASA. NASA be working with the CIA to try to make you think aliens are real and that the Earth is a globe. And it's ridiculous because when NASA does things like this, we just got to look at them and be like, oh, yeah, you're the science department. We got to believe you. But no, we don't got to believe NASA. We don't have to believe NASA. We do not have to believe NASA. We never had to believe NASA because NASA's not real. NASA's a creation of the CIA. The CIA created NASA so that they could have more credibility. Why do you think NASA came after the CIA? It's ridiculous that NASA is allowed to exist because NASA absolutely destroys any credibility that the United States of America has. And I'm tired of dealing with NASA. I'm tired of thinking about how NASA ruins public education. In fact, I want to talk about how we need to defund public education because there's way too many people who go out there and go and try to get a public education, and we just have far too many people who get an education that don't deserve to finish. And my taxpayer dollars pay for it. My taxpayer dollars pay for them to literally sit there and not even get an education in a building I'm legally required to pay for them to be there for 6 to 8 hours a day. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that this is a thing. That this is a thing that I'm expected to do as a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, which is just to pay taxes to make sure people go to school. And that's just not okay. The fact that people have to go to school is ridiculous. We should not be forcing people to go to school. As we do that, we have to worry about all the things that happen that are just straight up evil, and it's wrong. In Europe, they charge you to use the restroom. It's a whole thing. It's usually like 50 cents to $1. The Starbucks around here make sure that you have to buy something to use the restroom, and it's ridiculous. I hate it. Every time I go into a Starbucks, I'm just like, I just want to poop. You're making me buy hot chocolate, so I gotta poop more. Literally only came in here because I had to poop. No, we are not going to make wiping optional. Wiping your ass is the second most vital thing that somebody can do, with the most vital being knowing that the earth is a trapezoid. Because if you don't wipe, you end up with E. coli and other diseases, and it's just ridiculous, and nobody wants to deal with that. I'm tired of people not wiping. It's ridiculous when people do that. So we got a whole thing to think about that. ALCS Game 5 tomorrow between the Mariners and the Blue Jays in Seattle is at 6:08 p.m. Eastern, 3:08 p.m. local time. So that's a thing. I don't know if I'll be able to go live for it, but we got stuff to think about it. And then the Dodgers play at 8:38, and they're up 3-0. Does Big Dumper wipe? Yeah, Cal Raleigh wipes his ass. We all know that. He's really good at it, too. I don't know why I said that. That's one of the weirdest things I ever did say. I do not know why I said that. You know what else we need to do? We need to learn about the way the Earth is treated. The Earth is treated poorly by the CIA, and I'm tired of it. I'm genuinely tired of the way the Earth is treated, but unfortunately, we have to deal with it. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing I said. That is the weirdest thing I ever said. 5.4 million views in the last 14 million in the last 365, with 3,859 coming off from a year ago. That's wild. Okay, that's going to be interesting to see how that happens. Or how that is, because wow. With the amount of views coming off from 365 days ago on the TikTok one for the last 365 days, it's going to be really cool to see. Over on YouTube, we're at a pretty decent clip as well. But yeah, we're coming up on a half hour on live. So once I hit 30 minutes on TikTok, I'm going to hop off, because we need to figure out what we're going to talk about on live tomorrow. I have a feeling tomorrow I'm going to talk about why we should be defunding public education. I think that's a very important thing to me. I've got a few things that I got to think about with that, because there's way too much to deal with public education, and we really shouldn't be funding it. That's the way that it's being funded is ridiculous. The way that people have to go to school is ridiculous, and the way that people just do the things that they do is just wrong. I don't like the way that we have public education in this country, and unfortunately, can we put funding from schools into megachurches? Absolutely. We will put funding from schools into the biggest megachurch ever. Not only will it be the biggest megachurch ever, there will never be a church bigger than it. Jesus will come down from the sky and look at it and say, "This is exactly what I wanted." It will be the greatest church of all time. There will never be a church greater than this church. America will be a shining city on a hill for the entirety of the church community. We will have the most beautiful church, stained glass windows, crucifixes everywhere, altars, the most beautiful altars. We will have a baptismal that is 100 feet wide by 100 feet long. We will baptize 20,000 people per day. We will make sure that people come to their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. It will be the best use of money that has ever happened in the United States of America. Nothing will be able to stop us, and I think it will be the greatest thing of all time. And by doing that, we will ensure that America is a shining city on the hill. And because of that, America will be one of the happiest places on earth. And we will love America. And America will be a loved country again. And nobody will be any the wiser than America. Yes, we will have a diving board for the baptismal. We will have a diving board for the baptismal. We will have a hockey team in the church. We will have a racetrack. We will shout from the top of the mountaintop of our megachurch. We will have the greatest megachurch of all time. But we are just hitting it about a half hour, so I want to thank you all for joining me And I will talk to you guys later. Yes, we'll have a baseball stadium in the mega church as well.